You? Is anybody?
There's Molly, folks. That means your friends the Goldbergs are here. Brought to you by Does, the new kind of soap for everything in your wash. First, let's drop in on the Dozen family. Well, today is Ma Dozen's wedding anniversary, but she's busy working same as any other day. Uh-oh, there's Unky Dozen peeking in the kitchen door.
Yeah, happy anniversary, Ma.
Thanks, Unky.
Say, aren't you taking a day off? Look, I'll do the washing for you, Ma.
But, Unky, I don't mind doing the wash. Not since Procter & Gamble discovered Does. It's wonderful the way this new kind of soap does everything in my wash.
Well, Ma, today me and Duz will do everything. Where's the clothes?
Right there in the basket.
All these? Gosh, ain't you washed anything lately?
Sure, but there's always Pa's work shirts and your overalls and the towels and my wash dresses and Daisy's rayon undies.
Oh, gosh, Pa sure gets his work shirts dirty.
Don't worry, Unky. Does gets him so clean, Pa swears every week his work shirts are like new. There's no hard scrubbing either.
Good.
Why, you don't even need a bar soap anymore. Does gets rid of dirt all by itself.
Yeah. Say, Dickie must have wiped up half the backyard on these towels.
Land sakes, Does'll have those towels and sheets sparkling white. I've never seen whiter washes.
Okay, Ma. But, say, what about these pink rayon do-funnies?
Does them too, Unky. You know, Does is so safe, it really gives longer life to the nice colors I wash.
Good. Now, I'm taking over. You just forget the washing.
All right, Unky, I'm awfully busy.
Okay. Hey, Ma.
Yes?
Where's the Does?
Poor Unky Dozen. A lot of help he's going to be. But remember, for real help on wash day, get Does. It's the only leading granulated wash day soap that gives longer life to colors, plus unsurpassed whiteness and real cleaning power for the grimiest clothes. Does, D-U-Z, does everything in your wash. And now the Goldbergs. In the long and painful struggle that Rosie Goldberg waged with her suspicions against her sister-in-law, Grace, not even for a single instant did Rosie dare to hope that her mother would see through Grace's hypocrisy and fraud. And so finally, Rosie gave up. She gave her college insurance money to Grace and forced herself to believe that Grace was everything she said and not everything Rosie believed her to be. And then, at the last moment, something happened. Yes, something happened to Molly's blind affection for her son overseas. Something happened that permitted her to look at Sammy's wife just as a person. And now, well, listen.
Dad, dear, are you walking down to the village?
Yes, my child, I am. But I first must change my attire.
Say, darling,
I'll be down in a jiffy, Molly.
Oh.
Hurry up, Grace. I can't wait.
All right, I'll be over here, Dad. Don't worry. Rosalie, so what?
Mama, darling, please.
Rosalie, Papa gave Grace the check.
Well, that's all right, isn't it?
No, it isn't. No, it's not, isn't it? I'm not satisfied, Rosalie. I'm not satisfied.
I am, Ma. I'm sure everything is going to be all right.
Oh, if I could only get the check back from Grace and keep it until we at least hear from Sammy.
Ma.
How's the weather, Molly? Bone, medium, or hot?
Papa's asking you something, Ma.
What, Jake?
How is the weather?
How is the weather?
Weather? Nice.
What?
What did Papa say?
It's warm, Pa.
Very?
very nice.
Oh,
And I'll bear my
Ma.
duckling.
Ducklings. We're going to have chicken tonight.
Ma, please.
Where are they?
Where are Papa's white pants?
White pants? In the white pants now. I should not wear pants. Where did I put the white pants? I put them in the cedar chest, in the cedar box in Sammy's room.
Well,
In the cedar box in Sammy's room. Rosalie, why didn't you come to me sooner? Why didn't you tell me step by step what your thoughts were, what you were thinking, and how you felt?
I tried to, Ma.
You tried. Why did you go to Uncle David? Let me. Why was Uncle David your confidential? Why? Hello? Yes? Yes? Speaking? It's George. Why is he calling? Why every morning he calls? What do you wish, George?
Is he asking for Grace?
Everybody's well. Everybody's well that leaves us at present, thank you.
What does he want, Ma?
She's well. I'm well. Goldberg is well? Oh, well. No, we didn't hear from Sammy yet. No, I don't need anything from the village, thank you. Thank you, George. Goodbye. He calls and he asks for everybody. Each name he mentions, and then he mentions Grace last. But in his mind, Rosalie, I know now that she's first. Oh, why wasn't my eyes open before?
Well, toodle-doo.
Oh,
Molly,
Jake,
Molly, tell Grace I can't wait for her.
But Jake,
But I'll be in my office. If she wants to go to the bank to cash the check or get the money order,
Jake,
tell her to tell the bank to call me for an okay.
Oh, the bank has to say okay?
Of course. For such a large sum of money, the check is for nearly $2,000.
It's a lot of money, Jake.
Well, what can we do? It'll be paid back. Grace's sister will give us monthly notes without interest, she said.
But Jake, darling,
If you didn't want to give it, you shouldn't have promised.
But I'm only saying, but for such a big amount of money, Jake, why don't you cash the check and maybe it would even pay you to take the money yourself personally to Grace's sister?
You can trust Uncle Sam to deliver a money order, Molly. Don't worry. If that's what you're worried about, quiet your fears.
But Jake, darling,
Have I the time here to stand and listen to nonsense?
Not nonsense,
That's
Jake.
a lot of money. I'm not saying out.
Jake, darling,
I'm only thinking of Sammy. Could we do less than help his wife?
But Jake,
An
darling,
expecting mother must be tranquil and happy. You want a happy grandchild, no, Molly?
yes, darling,
What better use can you put money to, huh?
Jake, darling,
Rosie, take care of your mother. She looks perturbed. Grace!
Yes, Dad.
I can't wait for you, dear.
I'm already.
You walk too slow for me, and I don't want you to run.
don't hurry, Grace.
Toodle-doo. Tell the bank to call me up if you're going over to cash the check.
Grace, why don't you give Daddy the check and he'll cash it?
What's the difference, Molly? Don't take that pleasure away from her.
Rosalie, did you ever tell Papa exactly what you thought? I mean...
Have I time to listen now,
I
Molly?
just want to say...
Are we a happy family now? That's all I want to know.
Wait for me, Dad.
You're not going, Grace, darling, until you take a morsel in your mouth.
Listen to Mother, you'll never be wrong.
Will they cash the check for me, Dad?
Not without my okay, they will not. I'll pass the bank and tell them I expect you.
Oh, thanks, Dad. You're so good.
Kisses so early in the morning. Well, goodbye for the last time.
Goodbye,
Goodbye,
Jane.
Dad.
Goodbye.
Papa, darling.
Goodbye.
Grace, dear, maybe it's too warm for you to walk all the way to the village.
I'll walk slowly.
I mean, even slowly. Maybe let me take the check. I'll get the money order. Tell me where to send it.
No, Mother dear. Let me do it.
And, Grace, darling, I also thought that maybe Father should maybe take the money order personally to your sister. And
Why take such a long trip? That would be foolish.
You want me to walk down with you, Grace?
Oh, I don't mind going alone. Mother, darling, do you want anything from the store?
from the store, George called me already. He also wanted to know if I want something from the store. He calls every morning to ask if I want something from the store. He asks for you, how we all are. No, Grace, I don't need anything from the store.
Aren't you feeling well, Mother?
Me? I'm just a little nervous.
Why don't you lie down and rest then, darling?
I will.
You're sure there's nothing I can do?
No. Just stop off at the post office. Maybe there'll be something from Sammy.
Oh, I will. I'll be back soon.
Very well. Bye.
Bye.
Mama, darling, what is it?
Rosalie, I'm not satisfied. Rosalie, I'm not satisfied. All the things you felt and thought and suspicioned. The 2 letters coming at the same time. Jenny seeing George on the train. George getting off the train 1 station before.
Ma.
Rosalie, it's all adding up its figures. Rosalie, it's all 2 and 2 and 2 and 2 and 2 and 2. It's 4, Rosalie. Rosalie, you don't think any more the suspicions. You
Mama,
don't feel them anymore.
Mama, darling,
I do, Rosalie. Rosalie, I do.
What are you doing, Ma?
Let me, Rosalie. Don't ask me questions and don't interrogate me. Hello? I want the Glastonbury Bank,
Ma,
please.
you can't get them
I
to...
don't want the check cashed yet.
Well, Papa can't be there yet,
Maybe
Ma.
he got a hitch. I want to talk to him before Grace gets there.
Well, why, Ma?
Hello, Glastonbury Bank? To whom this may concern, to whom am I speaking? Well, this is very important, and I wish to speak to authority. Yes, Mr. Jacob Goldberg is coming into the bank, and I wish somebody to remember this message to have him call immediately his home, because it's very urgent. What? Is the president there? Let me talk to the president.
Mama, darling, you...
Shh, just shh. Shh. Me you should have came to. Shh. Hello? This is Mrs. Goldberg. Yes. Well, I only wish to say, under no circumstances should the $1,800 check made out to Rosie Goldberg be cashed without her personal okay. Okay? Okay.
In a sudden shift, Rosie finds herself supported at last in all her suspicions by Molly. And with this new change, the moment of exposure must be near for Grace and George. Maybe you read in the newspapers a little while ago about the American anti-aircraft unit that knocked down 15 Nazi planes in a single day. Yes, that's how our fighting men are using the weapons and the shells we give them. But here's something you may not know. Each one of the shells that knocked out those German planes were made from just 1 pound of waste fat contributed by some American housewife. Now think of that. 1 pound of waste fat you might have turned in, helped to knock out a German plane. Are you turning in your waste fat regularly? Remember, the government wants only the fat you'd ordinarily throw away, but they want all of it. Solid fat, like meat trimmings, and poultry fat, too. Just melt those solid fats down in your oven whenever it's in use, and then pour every bit of fat you don't need into a clean container and take it to your butcher. Get your waste fat into the fight. Don't throw it out. Turn it in. Keep our guns firing. Be sure to listen to the next episode of The Goldbergs. Molly's last-minute decision has great effects. This is Clayton Collier speaking and reminding you to do as the Dozums do. Let Doz, the new kind of soap, do everything in your wash.